Hey, I'd like to give you some sermon notes on Mephibosheth. Mephibosheth was a descendant of Jonathan, and Apostle Ingram was teaching on it today, and it really inspired me to share these sermon notes with you. So, in 2 Samuel chapter 9, 1 verse 4, it talks about Mephibosheth, and David asking were there any descendants of Saul left, and they found him, and they brought him eventually to his palace. But in the meantime, we encounter a person named Ziba. Ziba was a servant of Mephibosheth, and Ziba had 15 sons and 20 servants. That shows the wealth that he had. And Machir was the son of Manasseh, a former king of Israel. Although he came from an evil tree, he had a great family. And then you have Amiel, who is named a devoted ally. And so you have a prince, a highborn noble servant, and a ally of a generational prince in Mephibosheth. It says here, and I looked at my notes. It says Mephibosheth means destroying shame. He had a guilty conscience towards David, and it caused him to stay in bondage until being restored. David restored Mephibosheth to his rightful status, and he dined at the king's table as the prince that he was. Um, Ziba was made the overseer without punishment. He was spared due to Mephibosheth's betrayal of David the king. So had Ziba been got his just desert, he would have been executed because he was trying to steal the wealth of Mephibosheth. But because the prince himself was wrong, had done wrong to the stealing king, the king did not punish the overseer, but yet made him stay a servant below the king, a prince, and restored Jonathan's son to his rightly estate, and then gave him all his lands and territories back to where Ziba did not own that anymore. And um, then he had him dine at his table the rest of his life, and he ate with the king and was treated the way princes would be treated. So her sermon was, "Do you know who you are?" And Mephibosheth referred to himself as a dead dog when David was questioning him about why would he even come or care about who he was, and he had to let him know that he was royalty. So, from what I decided or looked at, Mephibosheth had a pauper's mentality in a royal estate, and so God is faithful and can restore us even when we think lowly of ourselves. So those are tips and sermon notes on today. Do you know who you are? That's our encouragement. Know who you are in Christ. Take care.